Modern woodworkers with all their fancy $1,000 tools have forgot the one trick that your grandpa absolutely lived by. Today I'm going to show you 5 simple jigs that I believe will make you 10 times faster, make your accuracy flawless, and these can be used no matter your skill level. And I'm testament to that because I've done it with these big fat sausage fingers. We're starting today with the most simplest of jigs, but make sure that you stick around because we're going to be getting better and more useful the closer we get to number 5. And who knows, we might get to the end and actually eliminate all those niggly little problems that modern woodworkers seem to have. So let's dive straight in with jig number 1. And this jig absolutely epitomises where I was going wrong. This jig is basically 3 or 4 very small pieces of leftover scrap put together to make what looks like the most simple thing in the world. And that's where I went wrong. See, I thought that I was better than needing a jig. Something so simple couldn't possibly bring any value, because the only thing that bring value to my workshop would be bigger and better tools. That's the biggest mistake I've made. So this jig in essence marks out things like feet. It's really good because if you've ever tried to make things for anything like a stall or to sell, you'll realise you lose so much time measuring out and trying to make sure that everything's an equal distance spaced apart. Little jigs like this make the process completely repeatable, really quick, and I reckon I was doing a stall every 2 months, maybe 10 weeks at a push, and I was spending around 20 hours in between making things. This jig alone saved me about an hour just measuring out where feet went on chopping boards or serving boards. Absolutely unbelievable. It's so easy, but the result it gives is absolutely amazing for time saving. So lesson number 1, don't let simplicity trick you into thinking that this isn't a worthwhile process. Well, jig number 2 falls firmly into the save money category, but it's not these biscuits, it's these ones. Now, we've all seen a Fez tool domino. We'd all love one. That'd make things so much easier. If only we all had £1,500 to throw away on one tool. But when that's not an option, you can go for a biscuit jointer. But what happens when your workshop doesn't have enough money in it to even justify £100 on a biscuit cutter? And that is where this jig comes in. Number 2 is quite simply a slot cutting jig. And this thing is genius. Now this one is cut out on my laser, but I'll be honest, 3 pieces of scrap glued together would do just exactly the same. You simply put the template on top of your wood, use a slot cutting bit with your router, and simply glide it left to right, making the slot. Now if you've thought ahead and you've put some lines so you can line it all up nice and neat, you can do this from one board to another, enabling you to use a biscuit to make sure that you have got a perfectly flush joint. Because we've all been there, haven't we guys, where we've glued something together and in glue up, it's out by just a fraction. Your workpiece ends up too big for your planer if you're lucky enough to have one, and you're on to endless sanding. There's a place for sanding, don't get me wrong, but trying to get a big workpiece completely flat using a sander is next to impossible. So for the price of a piece of scrap and a slot cutter that's about £4, you can turn any router into simply a biscuit cutting machine. So if jig number 2 was firmly about saving money, jig number 3 is back to saving time, because that is just as valuable when you're trying to crank things out in a large volume. Now again, there's nothing difficult with this jig, and this is where I love the simplicity, but it leads me into those sort of thoughts where you're thinking, I don't need this. But these little things are so awesome. So this is a centre finding jig, and this is great when you're going to be resawing or ripping strips of wood into half to make your stock go further. Because there's one thing I know in a small workshop, when you've got competing demands with family, DIY, renovations, and also trying to make stuff for your stalls and things, money is at a premium. So you've got to make that wood go as far as you can. Instead of planing it down, you rip it down. In essence, this is yet again another piece of scrap. It's got 2 dowels that have been drilled and glued in, and it's got a hole in the middle for your pencil. Nothing difficult here. And what this does is it takes away the need to try, measure and mark. And in seconds, you can go from having a full piece of wood to knowing exactly where your centre line is so you can get the most out of your stock. And if you want to get the most out of your workshop, consider hitting that subscribe button to keep up to date with all the latest tool reviews, jig tips and build videos. And if the first 3 jigs have saved time and money, then number 4 is what I call money making jigs. These are templates. These are dead simple to make. If you've got a laser, you can make them on there. You can buy them online. I know places like Chops Design and people like that are banging these out with hundreds and hundreds of designs, really good quality. But you can also make them out of pieces of scrap. Make something once and then you can use it 100 or more times. These are lovely and simple, and these have all been used to make products on my stalls, from individual serving boards to a bit more bespoke chopping boards that are literally like a meat chopper or meat cleaver, to making things like tea tree lights. And I think the other one was a plant holder that did really well. What this does again is it saves time and it creates accuracy. And if you're into selling, or if you want to make something that's got more than one part, then these things are great. Use it once, make it once, use it forever, and you honestly can't go wrong with things like this. And once you've got them, you've got them. I've got an absolute stash of these. I think I've got about 30 different sort of jigs now and templates, and I go back to them all the time, some more than others, but you'll find that with everything in your workshop. Well worth a small amount of time investment to make sure that you get the most out of your time, whether that's making to sell or it's just making for enjoyment. There's nothing worse than having to go through simple processes time and time again when there's a much simpler way. Now, jig number 5 is different to what I've shown you so far in this video, and that's because this is a bought jig. But make no mistake, this is easily replicable with just a couple of sheet materials. You can glue or screw 2 different pieces together to get a straight edge or a tapered jig, a 45-degree angle jig, whatever you want. I like this one simply because it's like 3 in 1. It does tapers, it does straight edge, and it can do all manner of sort of like angled and double-sided pieces. And where this piece is an advantage over a lot of other things is if you're using reclaimed materials. I love using pallets or scrap wood. Your problem you get is you don't always have a consistent straight edge, so you need something to help you get that straight edge. And then from there you can use your table saw to run it through on the other side and make sure that you have got 2 parallel edges. The other thing I like with the chair build that I did recently, is that you can also do a taper so you can get an angled piece going onto your wood, and that is absolutely fantastic. Of course, there are multitudes of ways of doing that. You can do it just with clamping a piece on and using something like your circular saw. But the thing with jigs is it's about ease, it's about speed, and it's about repetition. And that's why I think this is an absolute fantastic jig. Now, I will leave a link to this one below, but like I say, if you don't have the budget to be buying a jig like this, just make your own out of scraps. So as we close out these 5 jigs, I hope this video has been some use, showing you how you can improve either accuracy, time, or use these to make money. So there's only 3 things you need to do now. Number 1, tell your grandpa that you've learnt a trick that he knew all them years ago before these fancy tools. Number 2, leave me a comment. That really makes me happy. And number 3, if you want to tell YouTube how happy you are, hit that subscription button because it helps push this video far and wide. But until next time, have a good one in your shops.